Welcome to Next Gen Manufacturing. Today, we're diving into one of the most essential tools in modern creation. Ever wonder how that happens? It might look like magic, but really, it all kicks off with a fundamental process of shaping. And believe it or not, one deceptively simple tool is right at the heart of it all. So in this explainer, we're going to take you on the whole journey. We'll start with the big picture, then zoom all the way down to the practical tips you need to get started. We're talking about what an end mill is, all the different kinds, how to pick the right one, and how to make that very first cut.
All right, let's jump right in. To really get why the end mill is such a big deal, you got to understand the world it lives in.
Think about all those super complex parts in an airplane, or the custom bits and pieces in the auto industry. The end mill, well, it's the unsung hero. It takes a solid chunk of material and just carves away everything that isn't the final part. It's literally turning a digital idea into something you can hold.
Okay, so what is this thing? This tool that does all the heavy lifting in the workshop? Let's nail down a clear definition. So technically speaking, it's this multi-talented cutter that spins at crazy high speeds against a piece of material. As the milling machine moves everything around, the end mill just systematically shaves off tiny chips of material to create the shape you want. An easier way to think about it? It's like a super-powered, high-precision chisel for metal. But here's the key difference. A regular drill bit just goes straight down, right? Well, an end mill is a total game changer because it's designed to cut sideways with incredible accuracy. That's what lets it carve out all those amazing, intricate shapes.
Now, this is what I find really cool, just how versatile this tool is. It's not just for metal. It all depends on what it's made of. If it's high-speed steel, or HSS, it's great for softer stuff. But if it's made of super tough carbide, it can chew through hardened metals. It can basically shape almost any material you throw at it.
Okay, let's get into the different types. Because when it comes to end mills, one size, or really one shape, definitely does not fit all. And this variety is its superpower. The specific shape of the tool's tip is exactly what lets a machinist create this huge range of features, everything from perfectly flat surfaces to these complex flowing curves.
And this table just lays it all out perfectly. You got your square end mill, that's for sharp 90-degree corners. A ball end mill has that rounded tip, which is perfect for 3D contouring. The roughing end mill, look at it, it looks jagged, right? That's because it's designed to just hog out massive amounts of material and do it fast. And then you have a corner radius tool, which is all about adding strength and a nice clean finish to those inside corners.
And that's just the beginning. The toolkit is honestly huge. You need a beveled edge? Yep, there's a chamfer mill for that. Need to cut a cone-shaped pocket? You'll grab a tapered end mill. This level of specialization means you can create pretty much any geometric feature you can dream up.
Okay, so you know the different types, that's one thing. But that leads to the really big question, how do you actually choose the right one for your project? Picking the perfect end mill is all about balance. You're juggling these key factors. First, you've got to match the tool's material to your workpiece material. Then, you think about the size, the number of cutting edges, we call those flutes, and you can even get special coatings to make the tool last way longer.
So this right here is absolutely crucial. You have to understand this fundamental trade-off. Let's talk about flute count. Why on earth would you pick a tool with 2 flutes instead of 4? Well, think about it. An end mill with fewer flutes, say 2 or 3, has these really deep, wide channels. And that's the key. It gives the little metal chips you're cutting a massive escape route. That means you can run the machine faster and cut deeper. On the other hand, an end mill with 4 or more flutes has more cutting edges hitting the part at any given moment. This means each edge does a little less work, and the result is a beautifully smooth surface finish. It's that classic dilemma, do you need to get rid of material fast, or do you need a perfect finish?
All right, enough theory, let's get our hands dirty, metaphorically of course. Here are some essential tips for anyone ready to fire up a mill and make their first cuts.
Seriously, follow this checklist and you'll save yourself a ton of frustration. Number 1, and I can't stress this enough, your workpiece has to be locked down solid. Any vibration and your cut is toast. Next, set your speeds and feeds based on the recommended settings for your material, don't just guess. Don't get greedy with your cuts. A good rule of thumb is to never remove more than half the tool's diameter in one pass. Keep those chips clear and use cutting fluid. It's your best friend for reducing friction and heat. And finally, please, always do a test cut on a piece of scrap first.
Okay, let's pull back and connect all this foundational stuff to the bigger picture, where manufacturing is really headed.
You see, understanding the end mill isn't just about learning how to use one tool. It's about learning the fundamental language of modern manufacturing. Every single precision product you use, your phone, your car, you name it,
It all started with these basic, yet incredibly powerful, principles of what we call subtractive manufacturing, the art of taking something away to create something new.
So if there's one thing you take away from this, it's that this knowledge is super empowering. It is literally the key that unlocks your ability to take a digital design on a computer screen and turn it into a real, physical object that you can hold in your hand.
So now that you know the tool, what are you going to build? The possibilities, whether you're into engineering or art or just inventing something cool in your garage, they are truly limited only by your imagination. Thanks for joining us on Next Gen Manufacturing.